welcome back to JJ's Bakehouse. I'm Jinny. Today we are going to make some chocolate biscuit cake. This is so easy, you don't put it in the oven, you just get it all on the stove and whip it all up, make it look really, really nice and pop it in the fridge to set. So it's really simple. So few ingredients for this. So I've got my biscuits, butter, golden syrup, lots of chocolate, and then that'll be melted. So this is just extra bits of chocolate. So for myself, I've got Mars in there, Snickers in there, Maltesers in there. You can use anything that you like, it makes absolutely no difference. Now just a couple of tips before I start. I've done this a few times and I was always told just to line the tins that you're going to use with cling film, which I did and it was fantastic. But when you do take it out and peel it off, the chocolate is obviously set because it's in the fridge. So I was there trying to pick out little bits of cling film that were stuck. So line it with the cling film so you know that it's definitely all covered, and then I just put some parchment paper all around the bottom and the outside. So what that's going to do now is it's just going to, I can lift it out with the cling film and then it's just going to peel off. So that's brilliant. So I'm actually making two today. So my ingredients are going to be slightly different. I'm going to read out ingredients for you for just the 8-inch tin, okay? So for the 8-inch tin, you are going to need 250 grams of butter, unsalted butter, I don't want that salt coming through, 500 grams of chocolate. Now remember with the chocolate, this isn't a baked cake, so make sure that you are using chocolate that you like to eat. So the nicest chocolate that you like is exactly what you're going to want to use. Also then add as much of the extra little bits as you want of extra chocolate. So that's completely down to you. Add that in as you go. I have also got 200 grams of biscuits. Again, that's a guide. You can have really, really biscuity chocolate cake, or you can have it less so. So it's really preference down to you how many biscuits that you add. Again, with biscuits, I've got digestive biscuits in here. You can use rich Tbsp. You can use, I've got some Oreos in here, chocolate chip biscuits are lovely. It's just anything to give it that crunch. So again, this recipe is so versatile. You can just play around with it. You can add nuts, you can add cherries, you can add raisins. It really is just to play around. But also I have got golden syrup. And I'm told that in America, golden syrup is like corn syrup. So not 100% sure, but I've heard that a few times in case you don't know what golden syrup is. So golden syrup, use about 200 grams of that. So first thing, I'm going to get a pan, I'm going to pop all of my chocolate and all of my golden syrup into a pan, and I'm going to heat that on the stove until the butter is completely melted. So that's going to be my first step. So these two, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so this is now the golden syrup and the butter. So I've had this on a medium heat. You don't want to boil out of it, but it's very hot. So now I am just going to throw that chocolate in there, because that is then going to melt all on its own. So I'm going to leave it alone for a couple of minutes, let this melt, give it a stir around, and then that should be silky and lovely and chocolatey, gooey, heavenly. So let's have a look and wait and see. Okie doke, so this is all mixed in. It looks lovely. Now, because of my recipe, sometimes it can slightly do this, the cocoa solids have come out. So I like to add a little bit of cream. So I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cream. And this just puts it all back in together, and also adds a little bit more creaminess to it, and it's lovely. So we'll give this a stir in. I did look around because I'm doing the double amount, I looked around to see if I had a glass bowl so you could see what I was doing for this amount of mixture, and unfortunately I didn't. So sorry that you can't see exactly what I'm doing. I will tip it up, and very soon it'll all be going in together anyway, so you'll see it all then. This is coming together absolutely lovely. It looks so nice. It's like a chocolate swimming pool. So that's absolutely lovely. I'm going to add one more tablespoon, sorry, of cream, and that is absolutely brilliant. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add the biscuits then. And again, as I've said, so with the biscuits, it's really down to your own preference how biscuity you want this to be. You can pack it full of biscuits, so there's more biscuits than chocolate, or you can have it so the chocolate kind of surrounds the biscuits. It's really down to you. I've given you the recipe that I like. So now in go these biscuits. So this is the chocolate, if you can see that just there. Looks all silky and lovely. Now in go the biscuits. And give those a stir around and put back in what I'm chucking out. Oh, lovely. The smell of this as well is absolutely gorgeous. See, if you can see there, the biscuits it's compact, but it's not too compact. And that's the way I prefer it. I don't like a biscuit cake that you can't get any edges to because it's so full of biscuits. I like a bit of chocolate to be there as well. So now that's with my biscuits, and then my extra bits of chocolate, they can go in as well. Again, as I said earlier, you can put in some fruit, you can put in some nuts if you want to go a bit healthier. And also, I think some raisins would be really nice. My family don't seem to like raisins, they just like chocolate. So, well, you'll do a good workout on your arms with this one. Right, we are nearly there. As you can see, I mean, it's doubled in size. There's a lot of mixture here, but as I said, I am doing 2. But this is it. This is the work. This is done. The fridge does the last little bit. So now we're going to transfer it into the tins. So I'll try and do this so that you can see. Right. Careful of the parchment paper. Try and make sure you keep it back and not get it all tucked in. Push it down as much as you can into those edges because you want it to have a smooth finish, and if you don't push it down, there's going to be pockets in there. So we can go a little bit more with this one. Sorry, I've gone to the back of you, but it's heavy and I'm quite weak. So that's for my other one. So now, with this one, I'm going to just pack it around. And as you can see there, it's not so full that you're not getting a layer of chocolate. So there is that layer of chocolate. And give it a little bit of a slam on the table. And that'll just knock other bits in. So with the cling film then, I'm going to just pop that over the top. Don't push it down. Pop that over. And then literally, we'll pop that into the fridge overnight. Tomorrow morning, that is going to be ready. We're going to take that back out again. I'll do that with you. I'm actually going to make a fondant cake with this biscuit cake. You can just finish it like this. You can put it on a plate, cut it up, and you're ready to go. That's a choice. Or you can make a cake out of this. So I'm actually going to make a cake out of this. So you will see me again when this is all refrigerated. See you tomorrow. Hello, welcome back to JJ's Baking House. So now we are going to have a look at the chocolate biscuit cake that we made and has been in the fridge overnight. So this is how it went in. We're just going to tip it up so that it falls out. There we go. Take off all the cling film. And all this parchment paper would just fall away really easily. Actually makes it quite smooth around the outside itself, so that's good. There we go. So that is our biscuit cake.